This is working out like Chris Hemsworth for 6 weeks. Alright, so Chris Hemsworth, an iconic Australian actor, otherwise known as Thor, has recently released his new workout app, Centre, which, having Hemsworth as the face of the app, looks very appealing. Within the app, there is a 6-week program that concentrates on bodyweight exercises, only requiring a pair of dumbbells. Although this program seems to be focused on aerobic fitness rather than muscle building, since the gyms are closed, I decided to pick up this HIIT style training program and see just how much leaner and fitter I could get in 6 weeks. And I'll be accompanying the workouts with eating only along the selected plant-based foods in the program, as well as trying my best to get a minimum of 8 hours of sleep each night. And my goal? Simple. Test how effective this program could be in reducing my body fat and increasing my cardio. Basically, I just want to look and be fitter than I am now. Okay, so day 0, this is how I look, and hopefully in 6 weeks' time I'll look a little better. The 6-week program is exactly how it sounds. 6 exercises times 6 sets, 6 days a week for 6 weeks. Each session takes 25 to 30 minutes, so it's short, punchy, and if you go hard enough, seriously test your stamina. As I began day 1 of this 6-week-long journey, the challenge felt long and daunting.
Go ahead and put that knee down.
And as I finished up day 1, I realized just how exhausting those 30-minute workouts were going to be. I mean, the truth is, it's as exhausting as you make it, but personally, when I set my mind to something, I've always gone as hard as I can. So I realized I had to find a way to keep my motivation high going into the next 5.5 weeks. So I began recruiting my brothers out to join me. How you feeling, boys? That was a ripper. And it made it suddenly so much more enjoyable. It's crazy how much more motivated you can feel working out with somebody else. And then on day 2, as I began the 30-minute session, I immediately felt sore from the day before. Ooh, I am as sore as a bean from today's center workout. My legs, ooh, that was tough, man. Well, it's not a lot of weight and it doesn't go for a long time, but 30 minutes of high intensity interval training, which I think it is, sort of, it makes you pretty puffed. Oh boy, I'm tired. Towards the end of week 2, I began adding more reps to each set wherever I could. Weirdly, I felt like some exercises I struggled to do as many reps in that time, but then other exercises I had plenty of time left over. So I started to customize each set to what would work best for me. Now, unfortunately, I did have to take a couple of days off throughout the 6 weeks for different reasons, such as other full-day challenges. And after sticking to the nutritional guidelines for the first 2 weeks, I did begin to make my own simpler meals just to save time. But for the most part, I stuck to the 6 days a week schedule and a whole food plant-based diet. One of the best things for me was how easy it was to just get started. Because the whole session would only take 20 to 30 minutes, it was relatively easy for me to just find the time to just begin. And so I kept going, 6 days a week, smashing out these 30-minute training sessions, and slowly I felt myself getting fitter and looking better. If you guys like these challenge videos and you want to see me do more, please subscribe and turn those post notifications on for new videos every week. Coming into the final week of this Center 6 program, I honestly haven't felt this fit in so long. I think it's probably got a lot to do with how healthy I've been eating, as well as making sure that I get enough sleep. But I've just had so much energy this past week, and I feel like I've been smashing each of these workouts without feeling so sore from the previous days. Woo! Yeah, improving. Alright, here we go. I'm out for my last final Center 6 session. Been 6 weeks of brutal, intense 20-30 minute Center 6 sessions. For me, it's so interesting how you only need literally 25-30 minutes of high intensity interval training to really suck the life out of your body and just exhaust yourself. Oh man. Actually, so out of breath. 100% I'm fitter than I used to be. I mean, when I first started these 30-minute sessions, I was dying by the end of it. But now I'm still dying because they're pretty brutal. And obviously it's as hard as you want to go. So I'm still pushing myself. But I just feel like I can last longer, go harder. And yeah, it feels really good. Let's just get to it. I want to smash this last session out. 6 weeks, done. Yeah! All right, finished my final session. Now it's time to see what I look like compared to the before photos. I'm excited. After 6 weeks of training like Chris Hemsworth, I feel slimmer, I feel fitter. I know it's not a huge difference, but then again, it is only 6 weeks. I'm sure it'd be a lot better if I went for a little longer, but I'm pretty happy with it. So there you go. Yeah, looking back on these past 6 weeks, it's crazy how quickly they've flown by. I remember feeling like somewhat overwhelmed starting week 1, but like when you put your head down and just get it done, the challenge becomes so much more manageable. Although I haven't put on a whole lot of muscle, and the difference between now and week 1 isn't anything crazy, I'm actually pretty happy with how I look now. As well as becoming a little slimmer and leaner, I definitely feel a fair bit fitter to when I started. I remember finishing up day 1 absolutely exhausted, whereas this last week, well, I still felt pretty exhausted because I just went harder, but it was like I was pumping out more reps each set, and it felt like I could just go for longer. If you guys have any other challenge ideas you want me to do, comment below. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed. Turn the post notifications on and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next week.